What's up, members? So this video is Robinhood. We're using Robinhood Legend. We're gonna mess around with it. We're gonna add some widgets. We just started this account a little bit ago. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some trading on this. We're gonna change around the widgets a little bit. So just don't mind me as I adjust all this. You can see we're trading with 645 bucks. This is a lot smaller of an account that I normally trade with. For those of you part of my WAP, or part of the YouTube membership, I trade much more money. But I think, I want to become more well-versed with Robinhood. I do think there's a lot of value with this. I got my free share of Visa when I signed up. You can sign up with me on the link below in the description if you're interested. And what we're going to do is I'm going to break down how I am trading, what my plan is, how I look at these stocks, and vice versa with that. But I'm going to kind of just add widget where it's going to allow me to trying to figure out how to actually make a trade, because I don't really use Robinhood as much. So this is where we need to start learning how to do this, because I like the ability of Robinhood to buy in the after hours. And I think once I build up this account, because I deposit money into it every single week, that this will offer opportunity. So what I'll do is I'm going to cover up the individual. We know I have $645 to play with, so it's not much money, but we're going to try to make it worth it. We're going to try to make a trade that we think is good, but what we're going to do is I'm going to break it down using like how I trade, so you can see why I'm entering a trade, why I'm not exiting, why I'm taking a stop loss or taking profits, etc. And we'll see what Robinhood offers us to get an idea. So we're going to move this positions tab down as well, if it lets us. There we go, good. And we'll move it up a little bit so when we do take a position, we will see it. But in the beginning, we're not taking a position yet. So let's just be cautious with this. Let's move this over, go here with it. And for those of you new to the channel, check out the playlist. There's free playlists for you guys. There are some paid products with the WAP and becoming a member, but you can definitely just enjoy the live trading as well. The thing I'm not liking so far with this Robinhood is if this is how I have to place orders in, this is very clunky. I'm going to do it like this, but I do like how it is showing it. So let's just see how many shares we can buy if we were to just buy shares right now. It's showing it as I type in. You can see we are getting what the estimated cost would be, and it's kind of nice that it's showing me how many shares I really can buy. Let's see if we can do dollar amount. So we can do dollar amount, because we're going to do the entire amount. We know we have 600, I believe, yeah, $645, but it says my buying power is 638. So $638. So we're going to make that $638. And let's see if we can make this, as I switch the stocks, does it change? That's a big thing too. So does the ticker symbol change? So you see how the AI symbol didn't change? I want to see if there's a way to change that. Let's see here. Let's click on here, settings, and we're going to see if there's a way to change it so that when we're trading, it actually allows us to continuously, like if I change Tesla, will my trade bot go to Tesla? Clearly, right now it's not. So we got to go to some lower price stocks, because we can't, there's no reason to trade. I feel like with 600 bucks, we're going to try to trade something that's, $100 per share. We're not going to make any money. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on BBAI. BBAI, let's see if we can find some news on it. Now, the Robinhood platform does say that they are upgrading it and making this a better platform. So what we're going to do is kind of mess around with it a little bit. We went through the settings there, just trying to see what everything is. Let's see what comparisons is. Okay, so you can compare stuff. And let's look at the 5-year chart on BBAI just to get an idea. And I really do like the way that they have this set up. It looks nice and fresh, looks clean. So I think Robinhood is doing a good job. I think there's some things they need to tweak. There's got to be a way you can put in faster orders here. And maybe there is a way. So here, if you click this blue button, you see how I made it blue? It's connecting my trading chart to this. So if I put orders in and I change the symbol, I'll give you an example. So we'll do just to show you, we'll do a limit order because I want to cancel this order. Let's say I put 1 share. Oh, see, it's just showing AI here. Interesting. Let's see, there's got to be a way that you don't have to continuously hit buy or sell up here, because that's pretty slow in my eyes to do. But let me go to a stock that we're actually going to trade. I'm going to just do some analysis here. Let's see what stocks we can find. I do like the idea of trading the AI stock. It's $27 per share. I'm going to break down why. I'm taking a quick scan just to see if I have any stocks that are a little bit cheaper that we could day trade, so we can actually buy some shares that might be meaningful to actually try to make some type of gain. And I normally trade big caps, so for me it's a little bit, trading stocks like this is a little bit harder because I'm not used to trading penny stocks and stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to use this platform because we're trying to grow it. So we're going to have to trade on it as well as adding monthly to it. And let's just start marking off some levels here. So BBAI, we have a level at 460, it looks like. And there is topping resistance there. So what we're going to do here is and bear with me because we're kind of learning how to use this, because we've never used this platform before. So we're going to put a line here so we know that that's resistance right now. I like to retrace BRAC. So what I do is I'll see, okay, we had some resistance up here at 4.6. Now let me see, are we going to have any resistance touch points here? So you can see in these levels that we had resistance there. We had resistance right here. And then we also had resistance in this spot too. Right in this area too. So now I'm going to zoom into the 1 day. And we can see that we had some, I don't know what the news was, because I'm trying to see if there's a way to bring up a news widget. It doesn't look like there is. Count summary, positions, recent orders we have up, options, which I'm not doing options for this video. We'll just do shares. But if we're going to have forward progression on this, what I like to see is you have this bull flag forming right now. For those who don't know what a bull flag is, you have this peak in trend price, which is right here from $3.90 up to $4.24. And now we are getting this consolidation area. So we're watching it. We're going to see if we can get a breakout here. We're going to switch this to dollars because we're gonna trade with everything we got, which is that 600 and I think it was $48 or $38. So we could trade with that. We'll leave it at market buy for now. The thing I don't like about this is I don't see level 2. Level 2, I think the best we're gonna get is this, which is down here. So Robinhood does offer this feature. Let's see if we have recent headlines on this. There's no recent headlines. It's just popping for no reason apparently. But it'll show you on the bottom left here, the low is 384, 425 is the high. We want to see, are we going to break out above this 425? That's what I'm kind of watching right now for a move higher. And the 52-week low here is $1.17 versus $10. So very volatile stock, clearly. And fundamentals, it just shows market cap 1.2 billion, P's -5. This is definitely like a penny stock. So let's see, we're gonna move in here. We're gonna move this down because I want to be able to see the chart better. And right now it's struggling to get past that. So we're gonna continue to watch that stock. We'll have it up. You got BBAI. I want to take a trade so you guys can see. So here's the AI stock. You got 2690 here. If we're thinking that there's support here, we're gonna put it right at this level because this kind of looks like it, because you had this nice peak up to about 27.4, 26.65 right here, pulled back, retested, failed, then it broke through again. I'd like to see this come down a little bit more, maybe to 26.5, get at least a $0.5 whole dollar level. But let's look at the chart. Let's examine the RSI. RSI's at 40. It's pulled back all the way from 27. It's just sunk the last couple of days. It went from $30 down to 26. And now we're just waiting. So it's always important to be patient with your trades and let the trades come to you. You know, mark the levels that you want. And let's do a trade so you guys can see what this is all about. So we're going to market this. We're going to go all in on this bad boy, 638. And I think that's what we can do. 638.89 is the max we can do. So let's get that 89 cents in there because that's going to make a big difference in our trading. If it allows me. Here we go. Perfect. So this went from, okay, cool. Now I'm trying to see, is there a level 2? Because you can market this or you can buy this. This is what I'm not liking about this. When you trade on like Fidelity Act Trader Pro, which I normally trade on, I have videos on that, you can see more of a bid and an ask, like an actual level 2. So I feel like this is pretty poor. They need to like really improve this because you need to be able to see what the people are bidding and what they're bidding on. What I do like about this though, let's talk about the positives of Robinhood, is we got this descending right here, not really showing signs of improvement here, but it's struggling to get above this right now. It's trying. So that's the trend right now. If you're going to buy this at 26.8, you can go for that all bottom, but I want to get a trade in here for you. So it's going to be a quick scalp. But it looks like right here, 26.93 over in this box to 26.96. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. I like how you can have not just the 1 minute, but you can have a 30-second on it down to 86. And then you can also have apparently a 1 second chart. That's pretty wild. So this is the 1 second chart here. I don't know who uses a 1 second chart to trade, but we're going to leave it on at least the 30 seconds just to get a little more clarification here. So we're going to try to make this trade here. I normally do limit orders, so let's switch this over to limit. Oh, I don't like how, but the problem is if I do limit, it's not going to let me do the entire amount. So, all right, we're going to take our chance. We'll go with the market. And let's see, we're watching this down here, 26.93. We're going to enter there. So we just press the buy button. You see the top right, your order's been filled to buy was submitted. And let's see where it filled. Oh, so here it is. So here's your recent order. It shows it was bought. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see this. So our average fill price was $26.93, and it shows the date and time, 11/29. All right. And let's see if we can actually see an active P&L here. This is interesting to trade with Robinhood like this, because normally you have a positions tab. Here it is. So here's the positions tab on the bottom where we got filled in at 26.93. I'm not sure what this means. Here we go. Oh, so look, it looks like you can have, I'm not sure what this is, to be honest. Let's see if we click on this. Oh, cool. So look at that. You can actually put in, it looks like you can put in where you, so this is where I am actually, it's showing. Okay, now I understand what's happening. So it's showing the limit or the stop loss. You can put a stop loss, you click stop, and then it'll put sell, stop market, 23 shares available. And then you can type it in and you can change the price that you want to, like where your stop loss would be. You could also do a limit order. Now, it's a little finicky. So you put the limit order, move this over, and then I can put like, let's say I want to do it at like, I don't know, $27 per share or something. And then you can put sell all. So now you can see you have the working order in. So you have the working order in. Let me make this a little bigger. So it says working, so the order is in to sell my 23 shares. And if I want to cancel it, I click cancel right here. And now you'll see your limit order has been canceled. So I've canceled the order. I want to give the trade a little bit of time to play out just so we can kind of get a gauge if you're learning for Robinhood the first time. You might as well learn from me, why not? Hopefully it doesn't just completely sell off. But so we have that. I guess it shows your individual account. We're losing money. We're doing good. Down $1.62 apparently. Let's put this over here. And I'm trying to feel, is there anything else that we could learn while we're in this trade? So we're in a downwards trend. We picked it. We thought we had a little bit of bottoming area right in here. And then zooming out on the chart, on the 1 week chart, you could see here, we thought we had some support in this 26.7 area, 26.6. So we took the trade based on that fundamentals there. RSI on the 5 minute is 37. RSI on the 1 minute is, looks like 35. And there, this is a good example of how to lose money on a video. But what's interesting here is I'm wondering if this is the full loss. So it's showing 23.72. I guess that is how much I'm losing. I'm down, apparently I'm down $4.15 currently. Now let's see if that matches. So here you go. So you have the AI position, 23 shares. And it is showing you that my open P&L is $3.44. So that makes sense. Okay, so when you enter a position on Robinhood, like I just did, it's nice and it shows your cost basis lined up. So 26.93, you can see the cost basis. Here you can see the cost basis, 26.93 if you want to see it here under your positions tab. If you want to sell it, so what you can do is hit limit, and then you can see limit, or you can switch it to market. But if you do that, it looks like if you do shares, it'll automatically bring up the shares that you own. Or you can do dollars. Now the dollar's not 100% sure under limit, under market. I would just do limit order, and it shows you that you have this many available, 23.72. And I think if you just have to actually type in the exact amount. So it says I can only sell up to this amount. So let me just make that a period. All right, I guess it doesn't allow you to do that. Yeah, so when you're doing it, I'm not sure how you sell the fractional shares, to be honest, because I'm looking at it like right here, and it's showing you have the market hours, extended hours, and the 24-hour market. And then what you would do is, it's got to be a way that you can sell the entire position, not just because you have fractional shares in here. You can see I have 23.72. So let's see here. Here we go. So you hit set stop. So they must know I'm going to lose money on this trade, because every option is to set a stop market, a stop loss, etc. If we hit close, I don't want to close. Oh, oopsie. Okay, so if you hit close, that was cool. Okay, so you hit close over here. It'll bring up the tab again. So that's how you do it. Okay, so instead of clicking up here, you can go in your positions tab, click close, and it'll show quantity 23.729 shares. And if I market sell this right now, I'll lose $3.32. Let's see if I change it to a limit order, will it remain these shares? So I'm gonna switch to limit, and nice. So now it's, yeah, it only still says 23. And you can't put in the decimal, unfortunately, I just noticed. So that's kind of unfortunate. So I'm assuming you'd have to sell partial and then go back in and sell again. But here it shows you the bid, 77 cents versus 80 cents. And that's pretty much like the gist of Robinhood. I mean, you have this here. You can mark off the levels. It's very basic, rudimentary charting. Let's see if they have Fibonacci. Let's see if they have that. Oh. Let's see what we got over here. Settings over here. Here we go. So there you go. Look at that. So you can even put in the retracements as well. So here from 30 down to 0.2 delta right here, down to here. I guess if that's how you trade, you can trade like that. You can also do, let's see, date and price range. So click there. Oh, okay, so you can get the price range if you're just gonna do that. So over 3 hours and 41 minutes, you can see it's a $3 change. And then let's see what else we got here. Still holding that support level, holding it down, 26.7. So we'll see. It's got to break this trend. Let's see what else Robinhood offers while we're bag holding. Then you have an anchored VWAP. Let's see what that is. Oh, interesting. So as you scroll the chart, it creates your VWAP. So VWAP is up here at 27. It looks like 27.39. We'll see if there's a better indicator that we can use. There's got to be a way you can put more indicators up. So we're just going to go through the options here to check it out. Yeah, price range. Let's see what that is. Price range just gives you the same thing that we did before. And then you go in here, you can pencil, you can draw. So it's like I'm losing money, you just do that. Or what we could do is we could draw that. Let's see. So you draw the pencil. And then moving forward, let's see here, price label. So let's see what price label does. Oh, that's cool. So what you can do is if we thought, let's say like this was the support level, you could put a price label on it. So now it's just a mental reminder that, hey, 26.6, I believe is the low. Now I zoom out on the chart, 1 year, you can move it anywhere you want. So I think that's kind of cool that you're able to do that. And let's keep zooming in to make this a little more. There we go. And it always shows where my position is. So it's kind of nice. It shows you what you're losing. So I'm already down $5. I'm almost down 1% on this trade already. Seems like a typical trade. And then let's get rid of that. I'm not sure what the magnet does. Let's see what this is. I have no idea what this is. We get rid of the magnet. Now I want to see, can we add indicators? We need to be able to add some, there we go. So indicators. So we have RSI up already. Let's see if we can add some indicators because I think that would be helpful. So we're going to add in volume weighted average price. So here is your volume weighted average price, which is 27.35. So it's trading well below that, indicating more selling pressure. Now, let's go back. So it's the F for indicators. And let's see if it does EMAs. So here we go, exponential moving average. And let's see if we can adjust that. So we just put an EMA in, which, let's see what generic one they just gave us. They gave us a 50 EMA. And on this 50 EMA, what you can do is you go under settings and you can change it. So I'm not 100% sure what the open, high, low is, but I do know that if we switch this to a 9 and a 21, which is what I trade, we're going to change the color of this EMA as well. I like to make this is just a personal preference. I like to use red. I don't even know if they have red as an availability here. Looks like this might be our next best. So now we're going to exit that. So now we have the 9 EMA. And this is a good example of how it's just been failing the 9 EMA the entire time, indicating bearishness. And until it breaks this trend, it's going to continue selling off. Now let's see if we can throw another EMA in there. And what we're going to do is change this blue one to a 21 because it's a good indicator for bearishness and for bullishness. Let's see here. So we have EMA 21. Click on the setting tab over here. You got that. This is cracking me up because I'm doing this video and it's just the stock just keeps selling off the longer we just keep holding this position here. So all right, so we have that one up there. We'll put this one in. I don't want to use green. Let's use something that stands. I like to use white. So now you know that this is what I use for my Fidelity settings because I trade on Fidelity Active Trader Pro most commonly. You'll see my videos based on that. But you have the 9 EMA in red. You have the white, which is the 21 EMA. And it's the previous 21 candles, the moving of it. And then the exponential moving average. And then we have this chart that we drew of just showing of why we shouldn't have taken this trade most likely, because it was showing no signs of going up. And then, but I wanted to get a trade in so you guys could see it. So I think that's very valuable. It's good for you guys to see how these trades are made, what we can do, adding the filters. So right now we have the volume profile, we have the VWAP, we have 9 EMA, and we have the 21 EMA listed. So I think that's important. Let's see other indicators we can add. That's mostly what I use. Other people, I'll delete this after, but I want to show you Bollinger Bands is usually popular. You can use Bollinger Bands for a different amount of strategy. What people like to do is they like to look at it on a big chart, like a 1 or 5 year chart. And you can see when the Bollinger Bands, they're trading in the middle, they get, when they trade on the top of the band, it might indicate that there, might be a shorting opportunity or it's getting overstretched. If it's trading on overselling, like right now, like you can see in this example, it just continuously sold off. So you'll see here that this was continuously selling off and was trading at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. So some people will try to use that as an indicator that, hey, it's too far away. We're going to continue trying to sell it off or, buy based on that. So we have a few indicators here, and I'm going to get rid of some of them because it's starting to look clouded. I like to have like my screen a little less than all this. So we're going to get rid of some of this stuff. Got our lines here. And if we wanted to put a stop loss on this, $6, all you have to do is go over here, hit stop loss. It's already got this in. And you can put your stop loss price at, let's say you wanted at $26, and then you would just put sell AI. And now my stop is in at $26. So now you can see, oh, there we go. So it shows a $23 loss if I were to sell it at 26. And I'm trying to make this look a little cleaner so we can all see it. Let me see if we go on the 1 day. Does it show it all? Not really. Oh, here we go. So yep, there we go. So you can click on this part. I click and hold, and you can adjust this. So that's helpful. And then if I want to get rid of this sell order, all I do is hit the X button and it cancels my order. You'll see that it is canceled under recent orders under this stop market that was canceled. And if we wanted to place an order to sell this a little bit higher, because let's just say we believe that this is going to be a good entry and we wanted to swing trade this, you could put limit. You got the quantity right here. And we can change the price. Let's put it up to $28. And it's showing the limit is already getting put up here. And then you can put good for day, good till canceled. And that will just hold it there. Now it says trading session. I guess you have to put it in for all of them. Interesting. So I guess if you put it for extended, it'll only last until 8 p.m. So you can see extended hours, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then if you put 24-hour market, it says Sunday 8 p.m. to Friday 8 p.m. So I think that just means like the order is just in until Friday of 8 p.m., which is interesting. So let's just see if that works, placing it. So we have set it for $28. And you can see that we have this is the shares, I assume. So 23 shares at $28, showing an estimated credit. It would be $644 total to gain. And I think, I don't know why it wouldn't be a little more. You think it would be a $26 gain considering where's our cost basis? Our cost basis is a 26.93. That would add, if you sold a point up it would be another $26. The account was at 645 or 638, so you think it'd be a little bit higher than that. So maybe the math doesn't go in, it doesn't show the actual gains. But that's okay for now. The other widgets that I was looking at here, I see the snapshot, the watch list, the chart, options chain, recent orders, positions, account summary. That's pretty much it. All right, guys, if you like videos like this to learn the platform, definitely please hit the like button, the subscribe button. We're going to have to cut the loss on this, I'm assuming. This looks like this could trend down to $25. But I'm glad that we got to at least break it down and see what the trade looks like. You're able to visualize where your entry and exit is. You can see here, this is my entry. We're down 1%, 1.1%. This sell order is placed up here at $28. And it just gives you that kind of eye on it. The thing I don't like about this is I don't really see where how do you set alerts? You know, is there a way to set alerts on this? That would be kind of nice if you could set alerts. But there doesn't seem to be much. But all right, guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll make some more Robinhood videos. If you like it, please leave a comment in the section below. And we'll go from there. I'll see you guys next time.